friends, how's everybody today? It's Miss Duncan. Thanks for joining me for another edition of TCEPE with Miss D. That's me. Hey, today we're going to be working on eye-foot coordination. Eye-foot coordination. So we know hand-eye coordination means our eyes see something, it sends a message to our brains sends a message to our hands to take some action. The same thing happens with eye-foot coordination. Our eyes see something, it sends a message to our brain sends a message down to our feet to do something, okay? In this case, today, we're gonna be working on some skills with a ball, okay? Now, you can have a soccer ball, because normally when we think of skills that involve our feet and a ball, we might automatically think soccer, but you don't have to have a soccer ball at home. You can have any size ball. You can have do this inside, you can do this outside if you have a green space around your house or your apartment that you can use it in. But if you don't have a green space and you want to set this up in your room or maybe in your family room, you can do it there. Super versatile here. So think outside the box a little bit, but you do need a ball. If you don't have a ball, will a sock ball work? Yeah, a sock ball will work. So we all know how to make sock balls now. So I'm going to use this red ball today. It's an indoor soccer ball. So we know in the game of soccer, we're not allowed to use our hands, which really makes us focus on the eye-foot coordination part. So here's what we're going to start with, okay? I'm going to use the bottom of my feet, the ball of it right there, okay? So right here, just below, just past my toes, that's the part of my foot that I'm going to tap the top of this soccer ball with. Now, a tap is just that. It's just a light touch. I'm not going to try to stand on the soccer ball, because if I try to stand on it, what's going to happen? Woo! It's going to go roll in one direction, and Miss Duncan's going to go roll in another direction. Nobody needs to see that. So we're going to start out with just some foot taps. So we're going to start out real easy. We're going to do 20, and these are just kind of to get us ready to go. And we're going to pick it up a little bit faster in a moment. So just working on touching the top of the ball with the bottom of your foot, okay? Touching the top of the ball with the bottom of your foot. Notice I'm not pressing hard, okay? Not pushing down hard. I'm just tapping it. It's just a light touch, all right? Starting to feel like you got a little rhythm here? Okay, now we're gonna pick it up a little bit. We're gonna go a little bit faster, okay? So now we got a little bit of a hop there. Going a little bit faster, getting a little bit more comfortable. We're gonna do about 15 more of these at this pace. Okay, notice the ball is not moving. Okay, now I'm getting more comfortable. We're gonna pick it up a little bit more. Let's try about 15 at this pace. There we go. Quick feet, quick feet. Yeah, not pushing down on the ball. Just tapping it. All right, nice job, nice job. Grab a drink of water if you need it, okay? So, those are just toe taps, okay? Just toe taps. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna call these pass backs, but obviously nobody else is here, nobody for me to pass with, so I'm just gonna pass it back and forth between my 2 feet all by myself. Now, between my 2 feet, if I'm gonna try to keep this ball in the middle of my body, what part of my foot do you think is gonna be touching the ball? Anybody? Anybody know? What? The inside of my foot, because the ball's between my feet. So that means this part of my foot right here is the part that's gonna be touching the ball, okay? So we're gonna start out slow, just like we just did with toe taps, and I'm just passing it back and forth between my feet, okay, using the inside of my foot, just like that. Okay, let's speed it up a little bit as you get more comfortable. Okay, just using the inside of my feet. Sometimes it might get away. Just grab it with the bottom of your foot, roll it back to you. That's not a big deal. That's how we get better, right? So see how quickly you can get that going. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. All right. Everybody feeling good? Feeling good? Okay, nice job, nice job. Okay. Now, you will notice behind me on the ground, I got some cups, some blue cups, because I'm at my house. I don't have cones. I don't have fancy equipment. It's Duncan. I don't have fancy equipment. What can I use? You can use cups placed upside down. You could use stuffed animals set up in a row. You could use paper plates. Just something that you can put down so that we can weave in and out. So, what we're going to work on right now is weaving in and out with the ball around all of my cups, and I'm only going to focus on using one foot. So right now, I'm going to pick this right foot. That's going to be this one right here. And for this, okay, when we just passed it back and forth with ourselves, we just used the inside of our foot. For this, I'm going to have to use the inside and the outside of my foot in order to get this ball around all these cones, or in this case, cups, okay? So I got to try to keep the ball under control. I don't want to kick it hard, because then what happens? Yeah, it goes far away, far away. I want to keep it all under control. So I want to kick it lightly so that I can control it all the way in and out of those cones. So here we are using this. I'm coming up on my first cone. I'm going to kick it with the outside of my foot. And then I'm going to come back over here, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside. I'm going to go around this cup, outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. All right. So you'll notice that whichever side my outside of my foot was closest to the cup, that's how I knew to use the outside of my foot. If the inside of my foot was closest, I used the inside. All right, that was the right leg. Now let's try the left leg. Okay, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to start right here. Inside of my foot. Left foot is closest, so we're going to go outside. Now, inside, outside. Oops. Oh no, I knocked over a cup. That's okay. I'm going to go around it using the outside, inside, outside, inside, outside, inside. All right, nice job. Now, obviously, the more you practice this, the faster you will get. You're probably going to be pretty slow at the beginning. That's okay, because our brains have to learn a new skill. They have to figure out what message to send to our feet. So they get better the more we practice. Now this time, I'm going to let you use both feet. Okay, the first time we used our right, then we used our left. Now we're going to get to use both. So it's going to look like this. So, coming over here, kicked it here. I'm going to use the inside of my left foot, inside of my right foot, inside of my left, inside of my right, and back around, inside of my left, inside of my right, inside of my left, inside of my right, inside of my left, inside of my right. Now, you'll notice also that I kept the ball really close to me. I wasn't worried about kicking it far. I wanted to keep it close to me, because if I were playing against somebody else and I didn't have it close to me, what could happen? Oh yeah, they'll take it. They'll take your ball. And that's not what we want to have happen, right? Okay, so now we're going to use both legs, except this time you can only use the outside of your foot, but both feet. Okay, so outside, 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 inside, outside, 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 outside. Gotta go around this one. Outside, 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 outside. Oh, it got away from me. That's okay. Bring it back, bring it back, bring it back. Outside of that foot. And boom. Okay, so We want to stop the ball from rolling. How do we put the brake on it? We tap it with the bottom of our foot. Remember those toe taps we did at the beginning? That's it. Okay, so here's your challenge, okay? You are gonna try all of these skills on your own right now. So you're gonna start, we can go back and you can rewind this video with our toe taps. Get a little faster, a little faster, a little faster, a little faster, a little faster. Then we went to passes, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Then we used just our right leg, inside of our foot and outside of our foot, around the cones. Then our left leg inside, outside, around the cones. Then both feet, okay? So, challenge is to see how quick you can get at all of these. Maybe have your grown-ups or a brother or a sister or somebody, a friend, a neighbor, time you and see how fast it takes you to get down and back, okay? So, have fun with this. Remember, we get better at things by continuing to practice them. None of these professional athletes ever started out being good at what they do now. How'd they get there? They practiced every day. So, practice every day. Have fun with this. I'll see you soon.